Well, welcome back into Fox 35 News Plus. I'm Garrett Weimer, and thanks for joining us for our special coverage of these protests across America that we are continuing to monitor here live on Fox Local and on YouTube today. I want to give you a live look. Let me see here in Chicago, where we still see crowds out there with signs. Many of them have been we've heard some chants, we've heard some noises, some cheers there as well, and that is just one of many protests across the country, across the state of Florida. We've seen many of them in our area today. We had reporters in Volusia County, Brevard County earlier, and we'll be covering the protest in downtown Orlando later today. Joining us live now via Zoom is Rob Medina, who is the mayor of the city of Palm Bay, and joining us live now via Zoom. And Mayor Medina, we appreciate you joining us this afternoon here on Fox 35 News Plus.
Well, thank you for having us. It's been a great day. I'd like to just start off by saying happy birthday to the United States Army, 250 years of war fighters protecting our nation. And also a big shout out to our president. Happy birthday, President Trump.
Mayor Medina, we took some coverage from D.C. earlier and had people singing happy birthday to President Trump. So if you would like to, now's your chance, if you want to give us a rendition as well.
I will spare your audience from my singing capabilities.
All right, that's probably a good call then. I appreciate it. Mayor Medina, we know there have been some protests there in Palm Bay today. Just talk to us a little bit about what you've seen there, how things have kind of gone throughout the day.
So first of all, I'd like to share that our law enforcement officials were staged. It was a peaceful protest. For the most part, it was highly attended, and really proud of the fact that we were staging well, and that it didn't cause any harm to our city.
And talk to me a little bit about what the city, what police did to kind of make sure that that was the case. I know a lot of work goes into getting ready for something like this when you expect a crowd that big, and we're showing some video of the crowds lining the road, so we can see how many people were out there. Just talk to me about some of that preparation.
So our law enforcement officials, they staged in a certain location, and then they went and deployed at each intersection, or there's 4 parts to that intersection. One of the busiest intersections in Brevard County is the Babcock Street and Palm Bay Road, and we had law enforcement officials at each corner, and we actually directed, we have multiple law enforcement officials. We even had foot patrol that were encouraging the safety of all our citizens.
And I see some kind of specialized equipment out there as well. Did you have things staged and ready in case there were some issues?
Absolutely. We were well prepared in case we did have some violent issues, but it was all about a peaceful demonstration. But again, I'd love to see this type of camaraderie when it comes to sharing a unified sound, to celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States Army. As a former Marine, or as a Marine that's no longer active duty, we're big on birthdays, as you may know, and we're about to celebrate our 250th birthday in November. So the Army is celebrating and doing it right. So I'm really encouraged that they're setting the tone for our 250th birthday as a nation next year.
Yeah, and there are a lot of events going on in Washington, D.C. Today. We listened in earlier, took at the Army fitness competition going on. We know there are the parade later today, and then the fireworks and everything after that. Just kind of give me your take on this day as a whole. I think it's an interesting kind of contrast to see the events in Washington, D.C. as we are also seeing protests across the country. So it's interesting, I think, to see kind of all sides of kind of political discourse today.
Well, and that's the thing. We should be celebrating as a nation one of the greatest fighting force in the history of the world, right? The United States Army. And then we're celebrating our Flag Day. And yet we want to try and politicize that. So it's a shame to me that things that unify the nation could be used together to celebrate the Army's birthday. But yet there are individuals that want to use this to divide us. So my hope, my prayer is that we continue to celebrate the great nation of the United States of America. And not only that, but celebrate a great fighting force. As I mentioned, the United States Army has been part of this nation for 250 years. We are a nation because of the Army. We are a nation because of the Navy. We are a nation because of the United States Marine Corps and all our branches of service. I don't want to leave out our United States Air Force, the baby of the bunch, or the Space Force, or our Coast Guard.
So, Mayor Medina, what is your message to folks out there watching today as all of these things are going on? What do you want people to know?
Listen, let's celebrate the Army. Let's unify ourselves. Let's celebrate our nation's flag. That's what June 14th is. And at the same time, it falls on a great president, 45 and 47. So happy birthday, President Donald J. Trump.
All right, Mayor Rob Medina from the city of Palm Bay. We're glad to hear that everything out there, those protests went safely and no major issues or anything like that. Certainly glad to hear that, and we appreciate you joining us this afternoon here on Fox 35 News Plus.
Well, thank you, sir. May God continue to bless our great nation, and may God continue to bless the state of Israel. Hoorah! All
right, Mayor Rob Medina from the city of Palm Bay joining us live via Zoom this afternoon.